Hi, welcome back to our discussion on societal, or some people call this socio-cultural analysis, as part of our pest analysis that we're doing for 7-Eleven. You know, there's some real big considerations for this. Societal changes impact the culture and the society in which they're located, and that can make a big difference in the marketplace for your company or for your industry. For example, what's the population growth? Is the population growing at a very rapid pace, and are they adding a lot of younger members? Or is the population fairly stagnant, with birth and death rates kind of weighing each other out? So your population is shifting very slowly, or perhaps not shifting at all in its mean or median age. And what is the age of your marketplace? Is the product or service that you want to provide more dependent on the age and the desires of the marketplace? Or is it something that has universal acceptance among all ages and all markets? What are the gender roles within the society that you're looking at for your marketplace? There's been lots of studies on whether the masculine or feminine roles are dominant in a society, and that makes a difference on the spending patterns of the members of that society. And it'll make a huge difference in the marketplace that you're able to sell your product or service in. Also, what's the health? What's the education level of the marketplace that you're trying to serve? And not just the education level, but how valued is education within that marketplace? Is that something that's going to make a difference in your ability to reach the market and to sell your product or service? Another factor which is often overlooked in the societal evaluation is the religion or non-religion of the marketplace that you're trying to deal with. Some of the larger economies in the world today are really non-religious economies. However, some are very religious economies, and if you can tap into some of that sentiment, it will help you increase your marketplace and your market share. So those are things that you really need to know as well. And then some of the other things you might consider: what's the language of the marketplace? Language truly is an indicator of how we perceive the world. And if you're a native French speaker or a native Polish speaker or a native English speaker, the language that you use can color your perception of the world around you and can have an impact on the marketplace in which you want to sell your product or service. And then finally, some of the other things to consider are: what about social mobility? In some societies and some cultures, you're born at a certain social status and you stay there for a lifetime. Doesn't make any difference what you do, education level that you achieve, position within a company, your social status is pretty much set. And that defines the marketplace that you're looking to shop in. In other countries, other societies, it's very open, social mobility. In the United States, anyone can grow up to be president, as we've heard for generations now. And so having that kind of mobility makes a difference in how we perceive ourselves and our place in the market. Is it an individualistic or a collectivist society? The United States has the highest individualistic score on the Hofstadter scale of any country in the world, followed closely by Australia. But on the other end of that spectrum are collectivist societies, such as many of the Asian cultures. Korea, Japan, China, those are all very collectivist societies. And you need to know what their attitude is towards that so that you can reach that marketplace effectively, or as effectively as you possibly can. And then finally, some of the things you need to consider in societal values, societal changes that affect you very directly are: what's the age and the makeup of your employees? How do they define employee satisfaction? Is it the ability to achieve and to be recognized, or are there more tangible rewards that they're looking for? Are they looking for the good of the collective versus the good of the individual? All questions that you need to ask, because these are very, very industry dependent. And so if you'll look at all of these factors, plus that few more you may come up with on your own, you'll have a pretty good view of the societal analysis for your industry. And in our next video, we'll talk about the technological analysis and how it impacts the marketplace as well.